since I was born. And don't forget, man. I represent Jesus Christ.
What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Tony. I'm back again. Man, listen. How, as you can see from the title, what we finna talk about. Man, I done told y'all a lot of times in my stories in the past about how athletic I was in my younger days. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm finna toot my own horn a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I was a bad man. I was a bad man back in my younger days. Man, y'all seen some of my old pictures of me. You know what I'm saying? I always, other than when I was real young, after I started going to Y and stuff, kind of sprouted up. You know what I'm saying? I never been no little small dude, but I was always athletic. I was one of them cats. I didn't have to do legs when I was lifting weights. I didn't have to do legs, man. I was born with them. I remember I was talking to the homie Space Ghost from 9-0. He called me from the pen the other day. And we was talking about back when we was in 4700, how we used to wrestle, always wrestle and play. You like, man, Toon, you had them legs like that, man. Woo, woo, woo. And I never really done legs. I've always just, y'all know dudes out of California, we ain't finna do no legs. All we finna do is curls, chest, back, all upper body. You know what I'm saying? Had them legs like that, but I ain't never really had them. I was born with them. And so I've always been fast. Man, I was always been fast. Like I say, you know, I throw my football scholarships away. I had them, man. I had them. I could have been a millionaire and not have to go through all this stuff that I went through in my life. But hey, you know, God's plan. But anyway, I've always been athletic, man. I've always been fast, man. When I say fast, I was fast, man. I've been over 200 pounds since I was 12. When I was 12, I weighed 201 when I was 12. So anyway, I was used to my weight. You know, when you get used to carrying that weight at a young age, you know how to carry it. You got that weight. You can carry it. You're used to it. So coming up through YA in prison, I was used to it. Played basketball, football, baseball, softball, volleyball, soccer, everything you can do. I was always in the sports. Love it. When whatever ball came out, hey, I was there. One of my favorite things was handball, though. When I was in the California prison, loved that handball. Loved that handball, man. In fact, I brought handball to the Alabama prison system, man, and played that handball. Pop, 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 pop. I done won me a couple of, you know what I'm saying, championships with that, man. Shout out to an SA. I remember him named Shamu from Quiet Village. But anyway, that was back in the day. But yeah, man, listen. I remember when I first came to Alabama prison system, I used to race dudes for money. Now I was like 305, something like that. And I would tell dudes, I say, look here, man. Long as you had to be at least, I would give up 100 pounds. As long as you was 200 pounds or better, we could race for money. We could race for bags of coffee or whatever. And I used to smoke them cats, man. I know for a fact at 300 pounds, I was running at least a 4.5. I was running at least a 4.5 in the 40-yard dash at 300 pounds. Now, whether that's fast or slow or whatever, your average 300-pounder not running like that, you know. I used to pick them up and put them down. Boy. So I'm telling y'all this to segue into the story. I paroled from a prison out here called Limestone. Now, right to this day, Limestone is not the same type of prison it was when I was there. Now, right to this day, Limestone is a maximum security prison in Alabama. Very dangerous, very dangerous. It wasn't like that before I paroled. When I paroled, it was just becoming a maximum security. Just becoming that. I left about maybe about 4 or 5 months before it got all the way full-fledged swinging with the maximum thing. But when I was there, man, we had softball tournaments, we had soccer tournaments. We was roaming, going everywhere, any and everywhere. And it's the biggest prison in the state of Alabama. Biggest, hold about 2,000-3,000 people. So we would run around, I'd play poker all day and do all this old stuff. But my main thing that I always played was soccer. After dinner, when the yard would open back up after that, because we used to have all day yard. They ain't got no yard coming now though. But at the time, man, all day yard. And man, I'd come back from dinner, man, and change my clothes, put my shoes on, get my get down ready, and be waiting for the yard to open up. When the yard open up, out the door. I'm headed straight for the soccer field. Now, when I get out there, all the little Mexicans, they coming out there because around this time, that's when Alabama started getting a lot of Hispanics in. Now, when I first got locked up, I don't think it was 2 in the whole state of Alabama locked up. In every prison, you could have went through every prison in Alabama, and I don't think you could have found 3 Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? But before I paroled, which was 23 years later, they were coming in. So they used to send a lot of the Mexicans to this prison right here. At this time, it might have been 20, 25 of them in there at this time, right before I left. And they played soccer every night. Every night. The administration that bought the big old soccer nets. Boom. We used to had with the little chalk off the sidelines with soccer nets, and boom, they would they that's what they played every night, and I was right there with them every night. The administration used to trip on me. Police be walking, they be like, man, you out there with all them little Mexicans running around playing that soccer. I say, man, it's good exercise. I like it, man. I like it. And a lot of the black dudes, they trip like, man, Tune, you be out there with the Migos, huh? They call them Migos. You out there with the Migos? Like, yeah, man. I'm getting out there with them, homie. I play that. I say, you got to look. I'm from California now. That's what they play in Cali. They were like, oh, that's right. So, boom. And so with that, I got to know them. I got to know them pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good. Some of them could speak good English. Some of them could speak just a little bit. But we used to be out there. And so, boom. And they knew I was a defense specialist. At first, when I first started playing with them, they used to want to try to make me a goalie because I had big body. They thought I'd make a goalie. Man, bump all that. I'm not going to be standing there because, boy, when they coming at you it's a whole different thing being a goalie, boy. One of them little Mexicans come barreling down at you real fast, man, and kick that ball. Wow. Man, that ball be coming so fast it's shaking you. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? But I had to show them, after a while, I can run with y'all. They thought because I was so big that I couldn't run with them, keep up and play all day. We would play for hours, play all night, But after I get out there with them a little bit, then they were like, oh, okay, my friend. They see I had good defense. Okay, my friend, you're my team. You're on my team. Cool. Then, I knew when I made it, when they start picking teams and hey. Give me big dude, big man. Give me big man. I'm like, oh shoot. You done made it when you ain't got to get picked last no more. You know what I'm saying? You picked in the top 3, So anyway, we would start having these tournaments. We would have tournaments, self-imposed tournaments where all the little Mexicans, they would get together. Now, one thing about them little Mexicans in prison, all of them got something because they family looking out for them. Y'all be surprised, man. Them little Mexicans be having money, man. They be having money. Half of them might have been cartel babies or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they be having money. They catch a store every week. So what they would do, we would all put in like 5, 6, 7, 8 items. Everybody that was playing would put in 5, 6, 7, 8 items. And we have like a bunch of them. Then they I got a lot of the Mexicans that be watching that ain't even playing. They putting in 10, 15 items. They want to watch the tournament. So, and once we get it all up, we pick teams, and that whoever win, they win all the stuff. Man, we win in 200-300 items, food items, canteen items. And So what they would do, they would put. Sometimes we would pick our teams, but then you going through this thing. Dudes wanna. Y'all know how it is. Whether you black, white, or Mexican, people gonna do. People gonna bring the foolery into the game. Now, all the good players all want to be on the same team, and it was unfair. So what we started doing was we put all the names of the players in a hat, in a bag. And if I can remember right, I think it was 5-man teams. Yeah, it was 5-man teams. And we put all the players, all the people that was gonna play into a bag. We shake it up, and they pick them out. Boom, okay, boom. You on that team, team one, such and such. You on team one. Go in the bag in, such and such. You on team two, and go all the way. However many teams it's gonna be, and that way, that case it was random picking. You couldn't have no favoritism. You just had to go with what you went with. Now, after a while, people used to love for me to be on their team because I'm telling you, I was a defensive specialist. So I'm going to tell you about this. The one tournament we had, it was brutal. It was brutal, y'all. We came down to it. It was brutal. It was like about 8 different teams, and through the course of the weeks, playing. It was it was one game. It was one game elimination until we got down to the championship game, and it was the best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3. So boom. Or if I'm mistaken, wait a minute, was it best 2 out of 3 on all of them? No, I think it was one game elimination, and then was the best 2 out of 3 on the championship game. So man, we playing. Now my thing, what made me good is, at first they would trip because they think because of my size I wasn't able to keep up with him. But when after some, they see me get out running with them, outrunning them, playing, dodging, dipping left and right, playing with them. They were like, oh shoot, you know what I'm saying? Big man, you can get out. So boom, and all these. See now, for those who don't know, these Mexicans were border brothers, were paisas, like the ones straight from Mexico. They wasn't like the game banging Mexicans out of L.A. They wasn't them type. No, they didn't have them type. They had the paisas, the border brothers. You know what I'm saying? Boom, like the ones that come straight over from Mexico. So look, we playing, and my style was good defense creates a good offense. And we going up through the ranks, man. Dudes playing, boom, boom. Teams get knocked out. We playing. We almost got knocked out. I think in the second or third round, we had almost got knocked out, man. But when he little short dude, I'm talking about, man, this dude had to been about 4'9". But when he get a breakaway pass and he gone with that ball, oh, he gone with it. And he saved us the last kick of the game. He saved us, man. He tied it up. He tied the game up. We went into overtime, and boom, we end up winning in overtime. Cool. So now teams get knocked out. So now it's down to my team and this tall SA team. He was real good. This tall Mexican dude. He was good. He was real good. Had a bad attitude, though. He had a bad attitude. He's one of them people that hated to lose. You know what I'm saying? He used to talk so bad to his little teammates. Hey, man, that's, But he was good. And we knew that we had to stop him. And so I remember the night, the day came that we were going to play him. I couldn't wait for dinner and come back. I'm telling all the little essays on my team, I'm like, let me get him. So they all, no, my friend, we got to, no. I got him. I say, if I don't stop him, y'all take me up off of him and do something different. I say, but other than that, I got him. Just let me get him from the beginning. So they were like, okay, my friend, okay, you got him. My strategy was, the dude's footwork was so good, he was like Ronaldo or somebody with that ball. His footwork was so good that once he got it and go and get the tap, he go to dancing with that ball, he'll shake you up out your shoes. He scores. You know what I'm saying? He one of them good dudes. I watched him and I peeped him and I came up with a strategy. My strategy was, okay, since he's so good with the ball, you know what you got to do? Not let him get the ball. So that was my strategy. I wasn't going to let him get it. I don't care what was going on. I told him, because we would play a zone. They would play zones. You got your different zones. No, that gave him too much space. No. I told him, I say, y'all play y'all zone. Play whatever y'all gonna play. I say, I'm going wherever he goes. That was my thing. To go wherever he went. I smothered him. I was on him. I breathed on him. I'm talking about to the point to where I was bumping up and touching him the whole game. They was trying to get him the ball. I wasn't gonna let him get that ball. No, I wasn't gonna let that Mexican get that ball because he was too good with the ball. Did he get it once or twice? Yes, sometimes he would get it, but I would be on him. And you know what I'm saying? And I was way faster than what you would think. So they knew if they try to get him that ball, 9 times out of 10, if it wasn't a perfect kick, I was gonna intercept that ball and I was gonna I was gonna go with that ball and get that ball to one of my teammates, and now they got problems. I wasn't gonna let them get the ball, y'all. Because I was a bad man. I'm talking about I'm diving at the ball with my head, boom, hitting it in midair. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do bicycle kicks. Yes, I was doing bicycle kicks where I'm jumping in the air, flipping, falling back on my back, and bam, kicking the ball. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never scored no goal like that, but I was doing the whole hooker. You know, sometimes you could be running real fast and you will slide with your foot all the way out, boom. Try to go between their legs. Now, they might give you a foul for that, but whatever it take, you know. I was good, man. I'm running with him. And he knew once I got on him that first game, it was going to be a problem because he had seen me play before. He had seen me put this type of style of defense down. Man, by mid-game the first game, my little teammates, they knew, oh, we got this. They like, man, you know, Big Toon shutting him down. Big Toon, man, I was breathing. He was so frustrated and mad. We end up winning 3-1 that first game. So now we know. So now, by the time the second game come, they know they probably had to try something different. They like, dang, we can't get him in the ball because Toon was breathing on him. I was on him like a tattoo, man. That day finally came, man, we playing. And I'm on it. So now he finna try to come up with something different. So what he was coming up with, him and another essay off his team, they was running side by side, and I'm trying to run right with him. And what they was doing, their team would try to kick them to the ball to where he would try to run, you know, put his other teammate between me and him just long enough where he could get the ball. Now, granted, if he got the ball in time and had enough time to orientate himself with the ball, I couldn't stop him. His footwork was too good. He'd get around me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to chase him. And it was hard because if he got it enough time and his footwork, once he started going with the ball, we had to collapse down on him. We had to, boom. And once we collapsed down on him, you leaving all his other partners, all his other teammates open, which would mess us up. So it was like, dang. So he got it. He did it like he got it in space on me one time, and he running with it. And I caught a foul on him. I did. I ran up under him. Boom. Knocked him down. He's like, hey, man, hey. I'm like, hey, man, you know, my bad, you know, but hey, man, I'm dad. You know what I'm saying? Can't let you go like that, partner. So, boom. The score is like 3-2 they way. Score is 3-2. We scoring on this game. Both of us back and forth, we scoring. Boom, but I'm on him. I'm frustrating him to the point to where he pushed me. I'm on him. And he pushed me. Like, wait a minute. What? So, you know, hey, at first I was finna trip. So I told him, I said, hey, don't do that. I said, no pushing, no. Only feet, homie, only feet. He spoke good English. No, I was just pushing up off of you. I said, you can't do that. Only your feet. All right. But he was pushing me out of frustration. He was mad. I wasn't tripping, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty level-headed cat, you know? Anyway, I'm on him. I'm breathing on him. Boom. Tied the game up. and they trying to get him the ball. When I tell you they trying to get him that ball, every time I'm blocking it, kicking it away, because my thing is, if the ball is coming to him, I wasn't about trying to get the ball and shoot it to another teammate, or try to get it and try to use my footwork and go down and score. My footwork wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing was, I just wanted to keep it away from him. So when they would give it to him, and I would kick it out, boop, kick it out of bounds, kick it back down the field, kick it wherever I could kick it from, long as it's going away from our goal. So that's what messed it up a lot. They get it, and they kept trying to get it to him, But when I tell you, man, my defense was immaculate. I was on him. We ended up winning that game 4-3. We ended up winning that game, man, and that was the last championship tournament game I played with the Mexicans right before I ended up paroling going home. But it was good exercise, man. It was good fun, and I know they hate that prison went maximum security, because from my understanding now, they don't play nothing no more. They don't even come out the cell no more. They stabbing each other to the floor nowadays. But anyway, man, I just had to tell y'all about when we was playing them soccer tournaments, man. But yeah, man, that's the story for today, man. In the meantime, between time, man, y'all tell the people that you love them. And it's me, man, your big partner, man, Tony. I represent Jesus Christ, homie. I pray for all y'all. Peace. I'm out.